This video is for you if you have appealed against a decision about your entitlement to personal independence payment. It is divided into two parts. The first advises regarding the stage prior to your appeal hearing, and the second part shows you what happens during an appeal. You will have already been through a process before reaching the appeal stage, which includes the Department's own mandatory reconsideration. As you continued with your appeal, you will now have an opportunity to have your case heard by an independent tribunal. You will have the choice of requesting an oral or paper hearing. At a paper hearing, the tribunal will look at the Department's submission as to why they believe you are not entitled, as well as any additional evidence you submit. In an oral hearing, you have an opportunity to tell the panel face-to-face of your difficulties. You have a much better chance to succeed if you choose an oral hearing and attend. This video will give you some idea about preparing for and attending an oral hearing. After you have lodged an appeal with the appeal service, you should receive a copy of the Department submission within 4 to 6 weeks. This is a thick set of papers, which may seem daunting at first. You should begin preparing for your appeal once you have received these appeal papers. You don't have to attend your appeal alone and can be accompanied by family, a friend, and you have the right to bring a representative. Having a representative to help you prepare and attend the appeal hearing with you may also improve your chances of success. You may be able to seek representation from your local advice centre. However, you do not have to have a representative to attend your tribunal. This video is about a fictional yet typical appeal. Francis Barlow has appealed against the decision that he is not entitled to personal independence payment. Francis has had long-term difficulties with his back and hips, which limits his mobility and ability to care for himself. Over the years, he has gotten down about his physical condition and has been treated for depression for the last year. He lives with Sarah, who helps and encourages him.
Well, what did they say?
I'm not really sure about this. There's just so much paperwork, and I don't really agree with what they said in the medical report. Plus, they've given me 0 points.
Well, don't worry, we'll get through it together. Maybe you should talk to your GP and see what they say.
Yeah, my GP said I should appeal the decision, but to be honest, I'm not sure about how to go about it.
Right, well, first things first, we'll request an oral hearing, and then maybe we can get some assistance from the Independent Advice Centre in town.
Okay, we'll give that a try.
Francis and Sarah live near an independent advice centre and would like some assistance prior to the appeal to help prepare.
Hello.
Hiya.
How are you? What can I help you with today?
Well, I'm here about a decision regarding my personal independence payments. I've decided to appeal, but I'm not sure how to move forward now that I've received all these appeal papers.
Okay. Well, at the start, the appeal papers can seem quite intimidating.
Yeah, it's kind of made us think about not going forward with it.
Well, don't worry, I can explain. These papers are basically outlining why your benefit provider has decided that you don't meet the criteria, and it includes the evidence and law that they've used to make this decision.
Yeah, they seem to have a lot of law and evidence kind of showing why I shouldn't get the benefit.
Well, actually, these bundles are provided for every appeal. Has anyone ever explained personal independence payment criteria to you?
No, I was previously on disability living allowance. Is that the same as this?
Well, no. Personal independence payment is replacing disability living allowance. The criteria is different. There's 2 components to PIP. There's the daily living and there's the mobility component. So if you score 8 points, then it means you're entitled to the standard rate payment, but then if you score 12 points, it means you're entitled to the enhanced rate payment.
Well, after the medical assessment, I was awarded 0 points.
Okay, well, don't worry. What we can do is we can look at the criteria and look at the points that you might be entitled to, and then I'll be able to help you with your appeal.
I'd be able to get 12 there.
Yeah.
Maybe 8 there. Okay.
So, Francis, you feel you should be entitled to 8 points on the daily living component and 12 points on the mobility component.
Yeah.
It will help your case if you're able to get some evidence to show that you meet this criteria.
Well, we have an appointment to see the doctor next Tuesday, and Francis is seeing his psychiatrist at the end of the month. Maybe we should get a letter from them.
Yes, that is a good idea. Remember, the more medical evidence you can get, the better. Also, the tribunal can only consider evidence based on how you were at the time of the decision. They can't consider any changes after that.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
If you are able to obtain supportive evidence, it is best if you send it to the appeal service in advance of your appeal. Although if you cannot do this, you can bring it on the day of your hearing. The appeal service will forward your evidence to the panel members who will read it prior to the appeal. If you have requested an oral hearing, the appeal service will write to you in advance to invite you to attend your appeal hearing. You should receive at least 2 weeks' notice of your appeal and should reply to confirm your attendance. If you are not able to attend, you may be able to seek a postponement if you have good reasons. You should arrive at the hearing in good time before your appeal. At the hearing venue, you will be met by a clerk for the tribunal who will advise who the panel members are and ask you if there is any further evidence you would like the tribunal to consider. If you have allowed the tribunal to request a copy of your GP records, the clerk will give you an option to view these before your hearing. The tribunal will review your GP records for evidence which is both positive and negative to your appeal. Sometimes the department may send someone to attend the appeal as well, but most of the time they do not attend. The clerk will give you a form if you need to reclaim travel expenses. This concludes the first part of our Personal Independence Payment Appeal Guide. Remember, just attending the appeal increases your chances of success. It will help if you can obtain evidence which demonstrates that you should score at least 8 points from the Personal Independence Payment criteria. If available, an advisor or a representative may be able to assist you with the preparation of your appeal and further increase your chances of success. The second part of our guide will show what to expect during your appeal hearing and your options following the appeal.